It's not appropriate for me to start this off with the peace greeting, so I won't, but I will start off by thanking the last four Cash App donors. And it's the same last four as it was last time. LK Mayweather, Gala Knight, Red Falls Black, and Armando. Thank you from the bottom of my black heart and from the depths of my black mind. Others of you that have been donating regularly, like MLR, Passport OG, as examples of regular donors, I want to thank you for doing that. I want to tell all the donors this. If you donate, then some of the coins may go to other YouTubers, but most of them actually go into um, they go towards paying the salary. Now they don't. That's not what forms the majority of the salaries of my employees, but it goes into that pot. So even though I am paying the majority of that, you're contributing to that. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my black heart and from the depths of my black mind and on behalf of not just me, but the employees. I informed my agent and I told him to tell the employees about this, and guess what he said? He said, I told him, and here's what wound up being the case. He said that is really touching, and he is to tell the employees. I told him that the donors are just black folk, mostly black Americans and black British who live where Cash App works, and then other nationalities of black folks who live where Cash App works as well sprinkled in, and one sister of which I'm aware. And I mean our sister. As far as I know, our sister, Gail at Night. I didn't do this because you ask for acceptance from other groups of people that aren't black or that you ask for non black allies. I did this because you deserve certain allies. You at least deserve to have your goodness known. And I think people who take the time to get to know us individually and collectively are finding this out and have found this out, but I wanted to help that process out. So this ain't nothing that any of you begged me to do or asked me to do because you wanted some other's acceptance. This is something I decided to do because you deserve the positive results thereof, whatever they may be, and probably more. All right, now that we got that out the way, I opened this recorder up to tell you something about when people defend the indefensible. I'm going to start by reminding you of a previous lesson I taught before in many classes, or that I taught you all from when I teach a lot of my classes. See, this is what happens a lot of times. Many times, I go into a new class and I tell my new students that cheating is off limits and that it is really, really, really bad no matter how normal they think it is. And that I don't forgive cheaters and that you're a rat bastard, low life piece of hypocrite shit if you cheat. You're already Muslim and you're Saudi, so you are known for being very conservative, and you're probably going to say that you're very conservative. So damn it, if you cheat, you're a hypocrite. And if you don't cheat, best of luck to you, and I'll help you pass the way you won't need to. The reactions tell me who is who. Now, there are a lot of students that are silent. I'll find out who they are anyway over time. But there are students who give themselves away right off the bat. They say, but doctor. When I hear that, or but professor, or but Mr. Black, or but Professor Bald, I know. But what the hell is this? A two live crew swimsuit contest? What you mean, but? But what? No, bruh. But nothing. Don't cheat. See, there are students that'll say, yeah, it is wrong. Slow down. And they can explain that in good English, and I say, this is a student that probably doesn't have to cheat. I watch them when I give the test and quiz because it's not personal. I watch everybody, but let me tell y'all straight away. The ones that start by saying, but doctor, cheating is not really that bad, or it's not cheating, it's just help. If they even so much as do that, I know that's a cheater right off. That's the rat bastard cheater. Now, years ago, the students would tell you that 90% of them cheated. They would say this. So I would know that 90% at least were going to cheat, but the ones I knew were the worst ones. Well, I mean, goddamn. Oh, also, one of the other ways I would know, I hate to say it, but if they were like really religious, but they were also Bedouins, then I knew they would cheat. Because they have a certain look to them. Like, you don't always know who's really religious in many places until you know the person. Here, they take on a specific appearance to show, yeah, I really take this religion seriously, but it's Bedouin. It's like it's it's the same. And there are parts of the appearance that they should have, like, do they grow the full beard as full as it will grow? Well, yeah, that makes sense. But there's more. Like no headband around the shemagh, but they have a shemagh, but no headband to hold it in place. Okay. Uh, I would see them and I would know if I give this guy an exam and I turn my back, he'll be the first one to cheat because they usually are. They're also very low IQ in many cases. They ain't really stupid, but they don't like to think analytically. Bedouins in general don't like to do it, but they'll be the worst. Now, that's not all. You see, you got these two, but there's another group that I would find out would try to cheat. Those are the ones that would try to distract the whole class from the point being made. Damn it, don't cheat. Don't come up with a new way to cheat. Don't try to justify it. Don't cheat. That means study or fail. That's the point I'd be making. Some would try to distract from that by saying, Doctor, high school teacher, no good. Play football. What? Okay, don't cheat. But doctor, you know high school doctor, high school, yeah, teacher, no good. Play football. Yeah, but don't cheat. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter what your teacher was like. Don't cheat. See, they keep trying to distract. And after a while, you're sitting up and you're looking at them and you're saying, do you ever like focus on what the hell I'm telling you? Or do you only focus on what I'm telling you when you, uh, oh, I see. You only focus if it's something you want to hear. Ah, I get it. No, I ain't doing that. Doctor. And then, they try to change the subject to something kind of related, tangential, and take you off. Those are the ones that also cheat. It's a distraction. That is very similar to the straw man argument that some of the detractors are now trying to use on my channel. Mostly underneath, not the video in which I addressed Crimson Cure, but the video before that, in which I stated the real lesson that Marjorie Harvey is teaching us. Whether the rumors are true or false, and they're probably false, and they're going to say they are anyway, whether that's true or not, whether she tries to divorce him now and take half or not, the fact is that she can. If she leaves, she can take half. Because she don't believe in prenups. You understand now? The fact is that she wouldn't be with him if he wasn't making bank because she said, get your finances in order. Do you see where this is going? The fact is that he already wasn't in too bad of a shape at that time. This is 1999 in the beginning, I think, when they met. He was Steve Harvey. He had done that Kings of Comedy tour. He wasn't broke. Foot the wuck is going on here. Get your finances in order. What she meant was make even more money. You see where this is going. No, 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 no. When I was telling you about them, that wasn't celebrity gossip. But celebrities are public examples of things that happen in many people's private lives, but you think you're the only one going through it until you realize the similarity between what you faced and this public persona's public problems. That's why I draw those lines. That's what I was doing. I was when I mention them, I'm usually drawing the lines in between what you see going on here and what you're facing, or the lack of it. It's not always going to have an effect on your life, but there are times when it does. There are effects it doesn't have, that their lives don't have on yours, and there are effects that their lives do have on yours. Give an example. When Russell Wilson picked Sierra, the hyenas were like, see. Now, did it make you do that? No. But what it did do is it emboldened them to come in your face and tell you, see, you should be doing that too. So, you shouldn't, but you were always hearing that you should. And I mean, it was already bad enough, but now it's like it got even worse since then. The chances of you finding someone your age but childless while you're childless went down further. That did have an effect on your lives, even though he can afford to take care of another man's kid, and ain't neither she nor he broken having the same financial constraints to stop them. The fact is that because he made that decision and it was public, many of you had even less chances of finding someone within a decent age difference of yours and childless. Your chances of it certainly didn't go up. Next, there was more. See, sad as it was, and it was sad, Brittany Renner, public example, sat up in the car years ago and said that she was about done screwing regular guys because they're going to tell someone that they smashed because she's Instagram famous. She turned around and wrote a book and told everybody who she smashed that was mainstream famous. So her hypergamy is fine, but if a regular guy smashes, he's supposed to tell everybody, oh, no, I never hit that. That's, you see, she sat up and practiced the double standard twice that we can remember. Because, I mean, the next thing she did was that with PJ Washington, half her age, I'm probably exaggerating, but you get the idea, roughly half her age, PJ Washington has to take the consequences of his decision to have his orgasm in her vagina. Okay. But that's what she said. But this way it gets messed up. She has to deal with the consequences of being a 403, and she can't deal with them without throwing water on somebody. You see where this is going. This is where the problem comes in. You're seeing her do this, but what she's doing is exactly what many of you have seen a lot of ladies around you do, but you had to only in recent years learn that other men are seeing the same thing. Now, today in my class, we talked about lying. And I even said, when you lie, when you get married, you will have to lie. You at least have to lie about what time the plane or the train's leaving when you decide to travel with it, because they'll just make you late. And they're not going to accept that they're not going to realize, okay, I delayed this, and so next time I won't do it. They don't learn like that. And one guy said they're never wrong. And I said, sound like a Westerner. So this is how I learned about what Saudi women are like from them. What I'm saying, though, is that this is something that even they're dealing with. So you're dealing with the least accountable women on the planet, the queens of refusing accountability. You know what you are dealing with. You know what you are going to face is even worse. You're already facing it. But a lot of you don't know that anybody else is facing this thing because uh, this is still somewhat something people tend to not talk about on social media. You find out that, hey, look, people are dealing with this, but in real life, all of them are acting in front of you like they ain't dealing with it. Just you. So these detractors that are coming on my comment section now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to distract. It's a straw man argument. Reinterpret what I said to mean something I didn't say and didn't mean. But they're doing that so that you get distracted from the actual points I'm putting down so you don't pick them up. I put them down so you can pick them up. They want to distract you so that you don't even pick them up after I put them down because you think there's another point there. Oh, you're gossiping. No, that's not the purpose. And I've stated that in previous videos. Now, to the one that said you're gossiping, in words, you know it wasn't because you listen to prior videos and you know that's not the purpose. To the one who want to say something about worrying about other people's relationships, well, I mean, it's a public relationship. And even though the rumors may or may not be true, which I said, there is still a lesson to be learned independently of the rumors. And what I was telling others is don't worry about the rumors. You can't really prove them. Look at what you can see. Lori acts a certain way, and so does Marjorie. What do you think is happening? It's very clear. The apple is falling right under the tree. Like mother, like daughter. That's what I was trying to put down. That when you start seeing these games played in a very, very, very organized fashion, the reason for that is because they are being coached. They are being coached at times by the peer group and they're being coached at times by the mothers. But there's an element of this that comes from the mothers. Even when they're being coached by the peer group, the major coaches within the peer group were coached by their mothers. Learn the system, play the system, know the laws, know the retirement packages, know all this stuff. Oh, word? Then they coach the others. Do you see where that's going? That's what I was trying to put down for you to pick up. They want to come along and recharacterize it so that you don't pick up on that and then you don't tell this to somebody else. Mainly, they don't want you to tell this to the young brothers. And when I even uploaded Conspiracies and the Young Brothers, I wasn't addressing the audience under age 18. I was telling you to address them. That one was age restricted. Even though it shouldn't have been, it was age restricted because I was telling you to go to the ones under 18 and talk to them. The ones you're able to reach in person. Do you see? This message is being resisted all along and all the way through, and it is not being resisted for any reason other than the fact that this could be liberating. That's it. That's enough for them. That's plenty enough. This could be liberating. This could free the minds. The Johnsons ain't going to be so-called freed anyway. Not in the West. For most of you, because that's not how the game works. Despite the fact that some people are saying, oh, the punani's easy to get. Apparently, it ain't easy for most dudes. So that's not going to be free, but the mind can be freed from a situation that maintains the lack of freedom of not only the Johnson, but other things as well. So they don't want that for you. And that's why they will mischaracterize what not just I say, but what any of us says. That's actually a pretty good sign because what that means is that if they don't mischaracterize what you say to reinterpret it into what you didn't say and didn't mean, then they have nothing to stand on. That's why they'll do that. If they had something to stand on to go after the actual points that we're making, they would have done that. They don't. Carry on and carry this message in person to the young brothers. And understanding when somebody is trying to if somebody's trying to distract others from a condemnation of an indefensible behavior, that is the same as them defending that indefensible behavior, and that makes them guilty of it. Just like the cheaters try to defend cheating in my classrooms. Thieves defend theft and fornicators defend fornication. So who defends anti-black misandry and gynocracy? Huh? Maybe you can answer that in comments below. As always, thank you for listening. Black heart, black mind, blackout, black heterosexual non-select male power, because they don't like it. Black patriarchy until extinction of judgment day. Thank you for flying with us on Jet Black Airways, where jet black is also a verb. Keep jetting black with us till the wings and the wheels fall off. Gender, justice, forever.